everybody. Yeah, you know who it is. It's Milo and Ben. Milo and Ben, the podcast. Okay. Anyway, we have a very special guest, and no, it's not Bruce. He'll be back. We have Vita the Credit Queen, also known as just fucking Vita, honey.
That's
she
right.
is our guest. Super excited to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. It's good to be here. It was hard to find, but I made it.
Yes. Listen, 3 queens, 3 mics. Let's go.
That's right. Let's get it. Let's go. I'm ready.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes. Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Yeah. So we met because you do credit repair, right? And you've helped my clients in the past already get their credit going, right? So if you guys need a credit queen, where can they find you?
They can find me at vitacreditqueen.com, highly rated on Google, and Vita Credit Queen on Facebook and Instagram.
Period. Highly rated.
Highly rated.
Highly rated. Period. So it's so funny because I built my business on internet leads. I would call,
Yes.
I'd cold call, right? So 9 times out of 10, they need credit repair.
Yes, they do.
And I was working with somebody who should, remain nameless, but I was sending this clients to a person and they were not doing anything. They weren't doing any credit repair, right?
Right.
And so these people were calling me like, hey, what the hell? Like, you sent me to this person. Like, what's going on? Well, she doesn't even do credit repair anymore. She does like nails and lashes or something.
Yeah.
You might know who it is.
Maybe. Okay.
But it's cool. She's
Oh,
She's
yes,
doing.
now I do.
Okay. We ain't gotta say who it is.
No name.
but
Yeah, no
It's
shade.
funny because
I don't know who it is, but listen, career change.
I don't think,
Yeah.
credit was her thing, but anyway, we can move on. So a friend of ours referred you to me and I was like, is she going to do it for real? Like, I was like, and she's like, yeah. So she put us on a call. I don't know if you remember the call. And I was like, are you going to do it? And you're like, I'll fix it, but I'm not going to fix it for $100 or whatever it was. And I was like, as long as you can take care of it. Right. So I felt like our first interaction was a little feisty, but you earned my respect hands down. Like,
thank
I
you.
was like telling the client, like, look, I don't know this girl. Like, I don't know what she's going to do, but just try it out for a month and let's see. Well, in a month, in 4 weeks, her credit made like, now I want to say everybody's credit is going to do this, but hers was like literally like a 70 or 80 point difference. It was like amazing. I was like, are you sure? When she called me and said her credit was right, I was like, are you for real? Like, are you sure? Double check that, girl.
Bro, yes.
I was like, wait, you mean 5 or 6? Like, what are we saying? No.
Yeah, she was
but
like
you
7.
like literally had this girl ready to go in a month to buy a house. And I was
love
like,
to hear it.
that's crazy.
So that's to hear it, girl.
Yes.
I love to hear it.
I know.
What are you saying about? And so I've literally been your biggest fan since. It's funny because Flora and Valeria would joke like, you know, like I'm your biggest fan, but I really am. Like, I love you down.
Thank you.
And so, but not only that, it's your story's amazing. Like, and I know you're very open about your story.
Absolutely.
So that's what I wanted to share today. Just, I was telling you that I gravitate towards like strong women. Like I love strong women. I love independent women. One of my favorite movies growing up was Erin Brockovich. Have you ever seen it?
Yes, I
know it when she's like going off on them and she just knows her shit.
Yep.
I'm just offended that you were fucking growing up when it came out. I was already an adult. So fucking rude. I was growing up and Erin Brockovich came out. Shut up.
Yeah, I was a kid. Well,
I was in first grade.
for a little boy to like that
I
movie.
snuck into the theater.
I think it was a Lifetime movie. No, but for a little boy to like that movie is not really. I had to be gay, right, to like that movie because I was like,
movie.
I was like, go off, girl.
Yeah.
Tell these shit about good. That's right. I love Julia Roberts down. So anyway,
Well, the good thing about Vita, at least like my 2 impressions, because I've only seen you twice now, right? This is the second time.
The second time.
What I love about her is she is unapologetically Vita.
Yes.
And it's energy, which I live for because we live off energy, right? Everybody does. So here comes this positive. I was like, oh, she's trying to knock a bitch over, girl. Don't even think. I'm right here, girl. I'm right here, girl.
Dethrone you.
You can be the queen of credit, honey. I'm the queen of mortgage. Let's go.
That's right.
But she's energy, and I'm like, oh, I love it. And then today, because I think we're similar in this, you were like, we were talking about, Dallas and how long I lived or whatever. You're like, oh, my clients. And did it. I was like, oh, your credit cards? Yeah, gays, honey. We don't have good credit. She's like, no, girl, my drug clients. Like, yes, bitch.
Just being honest. Yeah.
Well, but that's it, right? Why be ashamed of who you are, where you've been?
Yes.
Because I talk about it on Mondays with Milo on the podcast.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm a recovering meth addict. It is what it is. If you have a problem with that,
Yes.
Right. And I'd always laugh like with my friends that were doing coke at the time. Ew, you do meth? I'm like, bitch, you over here snorting every 10 minutes. Like, what are you? I'm good for a couple of hours.
No, literally.
I'm dead.
There's levels.
Listen, choices.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm dead.
So yeah, I appreciate that about you. Like, you're you. Here I am.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So I'm all about it. Yeah, I love that.
Thank you.
Well, the mic is yours, Queen.
Okay.
Go. So tell me your story. Like,
Yeah.
I know you went to jail, right? At some point, and
Not for a visit.
No.
she was a permanent resident for a minute.
She sat down for a while. Yeah.
She had her own cage.
Yeah.
No, she had her own suite.
She had a residence.
Period.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah.
So tell us tell us the story. How did it happen?
Yeah.
And what happened? And then
Right.
yeah.
I
Come on,
guess
Thelma.
I'll take it back a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, growing up, obviously, I grew up, in Dallas. I was born and raised in Dallas, 214 girl through and through.
Okay.
And, my dad is an immigrant, first generation. He came here when he was around maybe 13 or so. And my grandma worked, 2 or 3 jobs. So he was left to his own devices, got into the wrong things, grew up in like North Dallas, like Lovefield, Webb Chapel area. So anyway, he met my mom. They had kids super young. And it was just a really chaotic household growing up. Lots of abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, drug abuse. My dad was a criminal ever since I could remember. And so that's just what I was taught.
What you knew.
Yeah, like he taught me how to, he would take me on armed robberies with him, and
Girl.
he would, no, I'm like just being honest.
Yeah.
He's like, you're not going to jail. Come on.
Period.
Yeah, like sometimes he wouldn't even let me go to school just to help him do
Yeah.
certain activities. And I didn't know anything. I just, it was not my choice, So anyway.
Just against your dad.
Yeah, so he was always in and out of prison, and he went to prison when I was around 11 the last time. And I just kind of stepped up and helped my mom. I didn't even second. My mom's never asked me for anything, but long story short, I just started, boosting clothes, and then I would steal cars, and then I would graduate to selling drugs. And that's where really my entrepreneurial spirit came in. And I was just,
and you're right. It is an entrepreneurial story. I'm not
but
gonna
what's
lie.
funny, it's funny is you graduated to selling drugs, where really that's where people start, right?
Yeah.
Like you went the rough route first,
yeah.
and then sat back.
Yeah. Well, as a kid, there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
And then you grow. So yeah, I just, that's what I did. And that's how I started in the gay scene. I would go out with my cousin, and, it was so fun. Everybody was like, you're so cute. And I'd be like, do you want to buy me? I have this really great product.
Period.
And anyway, it just grew from there. I'm not proud of it, but at the time it was a different time. I was
No, you should be proud of it. Listen,
Yeah.
hustling and entrepreneurial
It's
business is business.
Yeah.
Whether you're 18, 15, legal or illegal,
Yes.
the fact that you could survive as a young adult
Mm-hmm.
dealing drugs,
Yeah.
half the drug dealers overdose, right?
Yeah,
They're
they-
dealing to do.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
So you're like, this is my business. I don't know what you were doing or not. That's not the issue.
No, yeah, I wasn't.
But like you're like making money.
Yeah, I was making
Right? You're
a lot
creating
of
a
money.
little empire. Like that's something to be proud
Yeah,
of.
I would say I was making around 180 grand by the time I was 16.
Girl, tax free.
Mhm. Yeah, tax free. I got myself an apartment with a fake ID.
Estimated
Uptown.
allegedly. Let's look. Allegedly estimated.
Cedar Springs and Hawthorne. That was my first apartment, 3-bedroom. It was so beautiful. I love my neighbors, but that's just what happened. And then eventually, one thing led to another. I did try to go to college. I got my GED. I dropped out when I was like in 9th grade. I was never a good student. But so I dropped out, got my GED. I tried to go to college. I had a really good mentor. I got like a regular job when I was like trying to change my life. And then that's just when I was indicted. So
Oh wow, so it caught up.
yeah, so it catches up with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that I remember that day I had a condo in North Dallas, and not far from here actually.
Trigger on there. Yeah. Trauma bond.
Yeah, I had like a house, a condo. I had a lot of things, but that's where they ended up arresting me. It was like lots of state troopers, federal agents,
Oh, they
helicopters. Oh, they came. Yeah. It was a nationwide like takedown.
A sweep.
And so I was a part of it, and so
But were you still dealing? Or had you stopped and they just
I already stopped. Yeah.
So you were just getting dragged in from
Mhm.
somebody knocked on you basically.
Yeah, it was just conspiracy is knowingly or unknowingly.
Oh.
So that's just how it works.
So what made you at that before? Like, what made you want to stop? You just wanted to.
Oh, I had my daughter. Yeah, I had my daughter when I was about to be 25. I was 25, and I was like, you know what? I want to change my life. I had a really good mentor. I was doing the marketing for his medical practice. I was helping him get government contracts for his EMR software, which is electronic medical records. At that time, it was like new.
Yeah.
So I won like $10 million in contracts. He taught me a lot, actually.
Yeah.
So he gave me like $100,000 education for free, you know?
Yeah.
Well, you were paying him back in business.
And actually, he spoke at my federal sentencing. He took the day off of surgeries. I could not believe it when I saw him there. It was so embarrassing. Yeah.
It's not embarrassing though.
Oh, for me, because I was like this. And then I see this big old black guy. Like, he's so smart. He went to Yale, Duke, Harvard.
Oh, but that says a lot about your character, though. That somebody would stop like their job, their professional.
It shows you your value, your work.
Yeah. Yes. And I couldn't believe it. And it really touched me. And
now, do you still speak to him?
Yeah, we still speak. When I came home, he's like, well, little girl,
I love that.
I just want you to do good in your life. And so, yeah, so he's always sending me things here and there for like financial literacy and stuff.
Can I ask, like, do you seem like as a father figure in a way? Or?
Yeah, absolutely, I do. Yeah. Yes. He had like a real reputation for being like he loves strip clubs and stuff like that. But he was never like that with me. He was always really cool. He was like OG, you know, and we just got along. He taught me so much about myself. It's funny when he started asking me to work for him, he says, what's your background? And I said, well, I'm Mexican. And why? He's like, no, where did you go to school? I said, I didn't go to school. I just got my GED and I went to community college for a little bit.
Like a Mexican and white girl.
I got my bachelor's.
That's the answer, right?
Yeah. It's like, that's what I was asking. I was like, he's like, you remember when I asked you to answer me with that dumb shit?
Listen, and you still hired me.
And you still hired me, yeah. Yeah, but
it was the right answer.
It was.
Yeah, so at that time when I got indicted, when you get a federal indictment, it's just, you just sign for your time. Like, you don't go to trial. I think like 1% of people win trial, 99% don't. 99% that don't get 25 to life.
Jeez.
Damn.
So I was sentenced, I was offered 10 years, which is anybody's minimum, because I never had any previous charges, like nothing, not even a traffic ticket. And so I just signed for the 10 years. One of his college friends from Harvard, she did my case pro bono.
Really?
Yeah, she works at the Gold Building at on Mockingbird in 75. Yeah, she's like, look, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Just gonna sign this paper, and you'll be home before your daughter graduates. I said, okay, that's
cool. But I think that's a blessing. I think that's such a blessing that you happen to like want to do better. You met the right people, and then that end up like paying off in the end, because I think that's even richer than
it was insane. I didn't expect any of that.
And
I did not expect any of that. I just
How many years were you in jail?
So 7.5.
7.5.
7.5 of 10, and I was moved to different prisons like Tallahassee, Florida, Waseca, Minnesota.
Oh, you were around the country.
Yeah, I mean, I flew Con Air. You know, that was fun with a bunch of like guys and their dicks all hard, and they're like, "Whoa, look at that little short one." They're like, "Yeah, baby, come sit on daddy's lap."
Man,
that's crazy.
It's all the like when you get on the plane, you can just smell like the testosterone. It's like,
that's really
yes, especially being around women all the time, and then you're because they see us last. If you have to fly you to another prison,
plus they don't bathe regularly.
It's like all the guys are just some of them are like really hot too. I'm like,
oh my god,
baby, just give me
all
1
they
minute.
do is eat. All they do is eat and work out, girl.
It's like, but it was so dehumanizing. But yeah, so anyway, you got to fly. They fly you everywhere, and it is like the movies. The guys are out there with their shotguns, and you're just like shackled, and and then you just everybody gets shipped off.
So you served your 7.5.
Served my time.
And said never again.
Never again.
Your daughter is how old at this time?
She's 19. She is a sophomore, and she's studying to be an anesthesiologist. She's doing amazing. Yeah.
So when you got out, how old was she?
She was almost 10.
Okay.
She hated my guts.
Yeah, well, because you'd missed her whole life.
Yeah, she didn't know who I was.
She didn't understand.
Yeah, she's like, who
so
are
we
you?
bridged the gap.
So how was that, like, getting out, okay, and you have to kind of, like, work on that relationship with your daughter? How was that, like, their priority?
Yeah, that was really the priority. Well, assimilating to life again, because when I went away, we didn't have, like, smartphones and things like that. So
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, when I got at the Greyhound station in Iowa, we made a stop, and I needed to call my mom and say, hey, I'm almost there, and I'm going to be at the Greyhound at this time, and the payphone didn't work, and so this guy's like, here, you can use my phone, and I looked at it, and I started crying. I said, I don't know how to use it. He's like, where are you from? I was like, I don't know. I just got out of prison. But that's when it hit me, and I was like, shit, I've been gone a long fucking time.
Yeah.
I mean, 7 years is really, to me, goes by fast. I think about the last 7 years. I'm like, damn, that like COVID.
But think about all the things that have changed in 7 years.
In 7 years,
So to me, like, COVID, like, the 2019, 2020 situation seems like yesterday. Doesn't it seem like, but we're already, going on year 6?
I mean, it seems like forever to me, but
It doesn't. It doesn't seem like
It's relative. Yeah. I mean,
but
now I think about it, I'm like, wow, that kind of flew by, but it didn't.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't.
So what year was it when you got out?
2015.
2015.
Mhm.
Okay. So you went out for about 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years. It was my 10-year anniversary in June.
Happy anniversary.
Congratulations.
She made a year. Decade.
Yes. Okay.
But you're thriving. Like,
Yeah.
again, the thing that's really remarkable hearing the story, because I didn't know the story. Right?
Yeah.
This is the first time I've heard it,
Mhm.
is how you have all this positive energy.
Yeah.
And this, what happened
Mhm.
didn't bring you down. Like,
Yeah.
you took accountability. You understood why. You knew you were already making the changes. And you just thought, in my head, right? This is what I'm thinking. You're thinking,
Yeah.
like, listen, okay, I paid my time. Now I got to move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to move on and do what's right for me and my child.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the recidivism is super high, especially amongst women, and then higher when you're a minority, and then even higher if you have children. So when you come home, there's no resources. There's nothing. You can't get a job. You can't get a car. You can't get an
Are you a
apartment.
felon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like if I wanted to get an apartment right now, even with an 805 credit score, yes, I do have.
Little,
I could not rent
little
one
flex.
because of my criminal record.
Really?
So,
And you can't vote.
you can vote after you get off of parole and you haven't committed any new offenses.
Okay.
But there's so much that you can't do. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't be a volunteer in my son's school. Now I can because I'm officially off parole. But yeah, so there's a lot of things that go along with it, but assimilating back to like being around your family because they're used to you being gone, so you're out of sight, you're out of mind. And so you feel out of place, your kids don't
You're
know
used to a
you.
schedule too.
Yeah, it's everything.
Yeah.
So you have, you get to take a shower when you want, eat whatever you want. So all of those things you go. When I remember when I went to the grocery store, I was like, oh my gosh, I can nobody's behind me. I don't have to get counted or there's not a guard with a gun.
You don't have to wear slippers into the shower. It's clean.
Oh, that took me like 3 years to not do.
Really?
Yes, it was hard
Funny.
to not take a shower without.
One of my
Really?
friends is that way. She, I gotta make sure she listens. K to B, this is for you.
This is for you,
So
girl. I know we're right here.
She was in the Army, and so she would have to wear her flip flops.
Yeah, you have
And
to.
when we were doing her home loan, she was still getting ready to leave the Army. And
Yeah.
what's so funny is one day she said, I broke my flip flop. I said, girl, what? And she took a pair. She said, why are you wearing that nasty ass flip flop? She's the only ones I had. So
Yeah.
that's what I think of when jail or the
Yes.
Army, like you're wearing flip flops,
Yeah.
ugly sandals.
Everything's very unsanitary.
Ugh, so-
Yeah, it's very regimented. But yeah, I just said I did what I did because that was just the hand that I was dealt. I made those choices. And I made sure to suffer through that time. So that when I get out, I just said, I'm never looking back. And
Well, you dealt with it.
yeah.
Well, I
That's the
think
key.
you're just a product of your environment.
Yeah.
Like you were literally brought up in that.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
taught like this is cool. This is what we do. And that's a reality of a lot of
Yeah.
I said, look, good thing I didn't know you, because I'd have been in the car with you.
I know.
Let's go.
He's like,
I
how
gotta
much
pick it up.
how much you make? Shit.
I wouldn't even ask. I'd be like, let's go.
Are you hiring me?
Listen, I'll take the south side of the club, girl.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll be on the other end of the bar, man.
Okay.
I mean, it was really hard because growing up, my friends were all going to cheerleading and graduating and high school dances, and I never got to do any of those things.
Yeah.
I had to grow up too fast. But looking back on it now, I wouldn't change anything about the way or whatever happened.
Yeah, because I mean, again, you're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You just are, and if that's what it took to get you here,
It is what it is.
Yeah, why change it?
No, I wouldn't. Yeah,
I'm a fan. Ben says I'm a fan. Listen,
Thank
because I grew up with a Cuban, Puerto Rican, so my mom will kill me. A Cuban, Puerto Rican mother, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, listen.
Yeah.
My dad, my sperm donor, as she calls him, was
Yeah.
Nicaraguan. So if I give her that, she'll be pissed.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom.
Sorry.
So, I'm used to the strong woman, the
Yes.
powerful,
Mhm.
be accountable, be angry if you want to be, but at some point, fucking deal with it.
Yeah.
And move on. And it serves you best.
It does.
And it serves your child best, because now you've given her that better than what you had, right?
Yeah.
Her vision is very different than your vision of a parent.
Absolutely. Yeah. I definitely didn't have the parent that she has. Her dad was doing the same things that I did. And so he was deported and things like that. So yeah, it was just I never dated a guy that had
Was he Nigerian, girl? No, I'm just kidding.
he's not.
Nigerians, I'm not trying to get canceled. I'm thinking of Portia and Simon and Bogetta, or whatever his name is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Simon. Oh my gosh.
Is her dad here now? Or?
I know he's still in Michoacan. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's crazy because the culture is just so infected with that, and a lot of people glorify it. here, and they think it's, they think the hood here is the hood, but you go over there and it's not. The kids are so desensitized from seeing like beheadings and shooting, and it's mass genocide. And so when I was doing it, I didn't know any better. But when I came home and seen the aftermath of my own life, and then also women in prison who were like up for 2-3 weeks straight on meth, and I was like, somehow I had a hand in that.
Yeah.
And so these families getting ripped apart and people dying, and I was like, never again will I ever have anything to do with none of this. I don't even want to, even if if a guy just like, if I think he sells drugs, like I don't want to talk to you. I'm sorry. Like, but that's all I used to date. Like, you know,
yeah, it's the element. Like, who else are you going to date?
I mean, yeah.
You're selling them. Who are you going to date?
Yeah, exactly.
A lawyer?
I mean,
listen.
Yeah, they were my clients, but no.
What's her name in Jada Pinkett Smith in
Set It Off?
I love that movie. Set It Off. Yeah.
They were trying to holler. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, listen. My dealer in L.A. worked for Paramount. He was an attorney for Paramount.
Yeah.
I called him Big Daddy. He was 4'7".
Yeah.
And he would show up with a doctor's bag. Of various flavors.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Then he would just lay it out and say, "What are we getting today?" I said, "Oh, Daddy." Just put my stuff. Yeah, listen, I get it. So then you landed.
Yep.
You recouped, rehabilitated, and what brought you to credit repair?
So it was hard for me to get one of my aunts, one of my dad's sisters let me live with her. I was gonna go to like a transitional home, which is kind of like for homeless people, and then they give you X amount of time to like get on your feet. So she's like, no, come stay with me. And so I stayed with her for a while. I worked like 3 jobs. I was barely making any money. And then I said, okay, I need to get a car now. I saved enough money, and I couldn't get anything because I didn't have any credit, right? I bought everything cash. Like I bought my first house cash in Dallas.
Oh my God.
Because I mean, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
So I made tax returns. I didn't have Milo or Ben.
Yeah. She's like, I had the cash.
So I was like, what is this? And then when I tried to use it, they're like, oh, you have all these things on your credit. Well, it turns out my ex had like all these, he was dating all these strippers. Yeah. I was like, Victoria's Secret. I would never shop there.
You were funded.
I would never shop at VS. No offense, but it's not for me.
Yeah, this is the cancel episode, everybody. Don't mind us.
Sorry, don't mind me. But so I was like, I tried to pay a company to do it, and they couldn't. And I was like, this is like a lot of money that I'm wasting. So for me, I'm very resourceful. As a kid, I've always been like, you can drop me off anywhere, I'm going to figure it out.
Yeah.
And I just started doing it on my own, and then guinea pigging on my friends and family. And then it just like...
You just started like as a hobby or what? You just like, let me just see if I can...
Well, I started out of a need, and then so I was looking up on YouTube. Well, there was one of my cellmates, she was in there for mortgage fraud, and then another one for stocks. And so they would teach... We would learn about...
you sure with the hobbling with the highfalutin ones, you know?
I mean, the white collar ladies were it. Like, they were very fit. They were very, they were dieting all the time. They're like... So, those were all in Minnesota, by the way. But yeah, so...
Not Minnesota.
They taught me about credit, and she was like, girl, you just get your credit up. And then, this is how we got our investment properties. And then we did it a trust. And so I learned a lot from them.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, there's a whole other world that I didn't know about. And that is really the key. And if I would have known what I know now back then with all that cash, oh my gosh.
Like, listen.
It'd be over.
That's the whole thing, right? Like my mom, I used to make $2,000 a week as a waiter, 25 years ago. And that's
amazing.
$4,000 or $5,000 now, right?
Fuck yeah.
And she
like
didn't say that much. Yeah, but by the end of the week, girl, we were out drinking every other night, buying new outfits to go out. And so
Puro Versace.
Yeah, by the end of the week, I had $50. So it's like, oh God, thank God I work tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then you think in your 20, like in my 30s, I was like, how much money have I wasted?
Yes.
And now in my 50s, like I'm the gay Carrie Bradshaw. My shoe collection is at least 2 houses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I've
amazing.
sold. No, but it's not, right?
Yeah.
It's cute to look cute.
Yeah, but that's awesome.
Right.
No, I get it.
So I get that. And it's like, you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
Even when you try to tell the kids, you wouldn't have listened.
You wouldn't,
because you already had a taste of the excitement.
Yeah.
And you're like,
yeah. I mean, I probably would have, to be honest with you. My mom didn't even have a bank account growing up. So that's how little we were totally off the financial map.
Yeah.
Like, she would go to the check cashing place and get cash, and that's how she would never not
pay
even
for that.
Yeah, pay for whatever. Like, I didn't
use the money by the check cashing.
Went to a bank for it. Like, that was just like for rich people in my mind. Only rich people could have a house, So when I was like, I don't like being broke, and our broke days are done. But I got us out of that, but that's as far as I got us. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that's how I started in credit, and then it just grew. I got my LLC. I was looking up, books at the public library and videos, and I just said, if I can apply the same principles and drive to what I was doing before, and be relentless at that, and that's just what I did with this. I mean, I learned a lot along the way, and I lost a lot. But I would say within the past 3 years, I got more out of my comfort zone, like doing events and networking and traveling and stuff. And that's really what kind of made me
skyrocket,
grow even more. Yeah.
It's exposure. And then it's energy, right? You're manifesting, and it's the confidence. And, Bruce and I, with our business, I said at the beginning of the year, I've got to do things that I haven't done before.
Yes.
I've got to do things differently, because if I keep doing the same thing,
I'm
getting the same results.
Yeah.
And, I ended up on stage this year at an event. Like, all the good things start coming because you're telling the universe, even if you're not saying it, you're showing, listen, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm in this moment.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
You create your own universe. Like, I would not be in y'all's universe if you didn't invite me here. I would not even exist. And so here we are.
Yeah.
So that just goes.
We're colliding.
Yeah. Our universes are colliding. But yeah, now I would tell people, you're your only limit. And I always felt that way, but I think it's different. It's different now. Like, I'm older. And wiser, obviously, but I think it's such a blessing to be able to be doing what I'm doing. And there's people that haven't done a bid and don't even have their own business, or have good credit, and they have a lot of resources and opportunities.
Listen, people waste privilege every fucking day.
I know.
People waste privilege. That's crazy.
They do.
Day. And complain about they're wasting it. I'm like, wait, you had 3 legs up.
Yeah.
Why are you mad? Be mad at yourself and shut up.
Such a limiting belief, though, because I think I'm just now, like, in my age now, getting over that limiting belief.
Yeah,
like I said,
good.
like you said, like, you skyrocket once you started doing the events, and then like I've been asking you, we should do an event together, and I haven't done it.
Like, I want to read it.
Girl, we've been trying to do an event for a year.
Yeah, just like
a year.
But
ask him what the name of it is, because he'll tell you. Tell her the name.
Give it away, yeah.
Okay, so you're going to be at the event. Me and you are going to coordinate this event with Bruce. And then we'll just tell Ben when to show up.
Period. But here's the thing that I get in my own head. I get in my own way. And then I want to make sure it's perfect, and then I just don't do it. So, but I love that you're like a hustler from birth, honestly, from birth. Sure. And it's like in your bloodline at this point. And I love that you do credit repair, and I love that. I don't even know, you probably did it on purpose. I don't know, but it's like your brand is like rehabilitation. Like, you're constantly rebuilding people's credit and their livelihood, and like the credit. I know with clients, people are so like, oh, this is my credit, right? And like they feel judged, but
they do.
We don't judge them, you know?
No. Yeah.
I just literally pulled credit this week for a veteran, and I've been talking to her for a year. October 24th, last year, I have the thread on my text, right?
Yeah.
And so they showed up at one of my seminars. She and her realtor had just started, and the veteran said, well, let's go to this. I found this on, Eventbrite.
Yeah.
So happened to be the client that you've been talking to?
Yeah. So they lined up with me, and they've been going for 2 years, but a year of conversations.
Yeah.
She said, "Listen, I'm gonna let you pull my credit. Finally, I found a house. Don't judge me." I said, "I filed bankruptcy when I was 21.
Yeah.
The last thing I'm gonna do is judge you. I'm proud of you that you're getting out of your own way. That you're not allowing fear to stop your dream."
Yeah.
She said, "And you mean it." I said, "Honey, I don't say anything I don't mean."
Yeah.
And that's the key. And I think that's where your passion is, right?
Yes.
The rehabilitation. It's like, listen, I want to help you have more.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't want to help you have more, I'm stepping aside.
Yeah.
I don't have energy for that shit. And that's the same way.
Yeah.
And so it's constantly, because we keep hearing credit. They're scared.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a lot of resistance there. And I think it's different, culturally. And then men feel, like they should have all the answers. I think society puts a lot of pressure on men to have it all and be all. And so when it comes to that and they don't have the answers, they feel a little bit, inadequate or judged. And I'm like, hey, you know what? It is what it is, because they're a provider. Then their ex leaves them with all this debt, and they don't want to, charge. I'm like, no, you need to go to court and be like, you pay all these, you charge this stuff.
Yeah.
I do not shop at Victoria's Secret again.
There's an episode. So
That's you.
Victoria's Secret.
Bruce and I were watching All's Fair, right? Kardashian's new show with everybody.
Oh, yeah, I haven't.
It's so good.
I haven't had the
But
chance.
there's literally one episode one of the episodes, it's this exact thing where the husband manipulates the wife and puts all the debt on her.
Yes, yes, it happens all the time.
That's all I'm going to tell you, because the episode is crazy.
I gotta watch it too.
Or even with children, like
they
kids just like
on their kids
co-sign from your mom, and then they just fuck off a loan or a car or whatever. I told my daughter, I'm gonna help you out for this much, but she got her own scholarship, she got a personal loan. I financed a little bit of her education, and I told her, once you graduate, I give you a year of support, and after that, you're on your own. You sink or swim.
Yeah, that's life.
And I'm sorry, but I don't care. But it's for her better.
Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not.
No. I think that's so important.
I'll be in Turks.
No, for real.
You go to work. Yeah.
I think that's so important. I think parents do a disservice when they
coddle their
build
children.
their kids out every single time. Your kid has to learn how to swim.
They have
to fly, whatever. Now,
whatever.
Listen, my kid ended up in jail when he was 16. Just little
like me,
just a little shoplifting, right? And he was in the lie was, he's gonna kill me when he sees this. The lie was, I just put it in my pocket, I forgot I had it in there.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. So he got in trouble, and after all that went down, I said, listen, this is it. The next time, don't call me. Yeah. Because I'm not here for it. Right. Fast forward about 7 years, he was in mid-20s. His best friend calls me. Hey, I said, okay, well, tell him have a good night. Yeah. He said, wait, what? I said, bye. Then he called me. My stepson. Yeah. Did he call you? I said, yeah, he called me. I told him to tell you have a good night. Did I tell you that? He said, well, I'm in jail. I said, I know that. Who'd you beat up? Nobody. I said, then why are you in jail?
Why are you there?
Oh, I was speeding. I said, how many tickets do you have? Because you didn't go to jail for the one speeding ticket. No. How many you have? 9. I said, goodbye.
Bye. I'll see you in a little bit.
9 fucking tickets.
That's crazy.
So, I had to call the car, the attorney, the bond, this and that. And it was the whole thing. But he learned. Yes. But it's like, I love him to death. So I know you're watching this. Don't hate me. I love you. Yes. But it's like, you got to teach them. Ben and I were talking about this at lunch. Even if I'm telling you I'm not here for you, you're going to fucking test me to see if I'm there for you.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And when I wasn't, he was like, But what he knows about me from all these 17 years now is, if I say something, I mean it. Yeah. And if I'm here for you, I'm here for you. If you fuck it up, don't call me. Yeah. I used to lend him money. He's like, I want this. I want that. It's like, well, I'll lend it to you because you have a job. He pays me back. Yeah. Period. I never even had to ask. He's like, here's the money. Here's the payment. Because he knew if he wanted more, he had to be debt free.
That's right. Yeah.
So I love him for that. Like, this is my kid. Like, he knew. Same thing with, and that's how I was raised. Yeah. I needed something. My grandmother put the weekly payments, and then every week you'd cross it off on the refrigerator.
No, that's right. Well, give me my money. Yeah.
They said, I will help you help yourself. Yeah.
I think a lot of people, the number one stressor across cultures is money. And money is the number one stressor, and then it's relationships and health and things like that. But how you're going to live day to day is a huge stressor. And in different cultures, it's taught to you. Like, some people grow up with a trust, some people grow up with a good credit score out of the womb, whatever, right? But it's applying it and actually like wanting to learn about it. A lot of people resist it. Like my sister-in-law said, I used to just swipe my debit card and hope it would go through, because she's like, I just didn't pay attention to what I spend and what I know what I make, but most people don't know what's going out. Yeah. And so why not just like face it, right? Yeah. So I tell people, having a good credit score is like self-care. Like, why wouldn't you love to have, a facial and have a little nice evening out or whatever it is, if it's food, if it's clothes, you have to do that for yourself, because when you get to the point where you need it, you created a block for yourself.
Yeah. Or you're an investment in yourself.
Yeah. Or you're paying more for everything. Yeah. You're having to ask friends or family, and you're just limiting yourself to all these things that you could have.
Let me tell you,
it's a lot.
What we hear every day in our industry is the rate. What's the rate? What's the rate? What's the rate? Right? Everybody thinks they're entitled to this amazing interest rate, right? No. But people don't realize, like, there's a lot that goes into that, right? And your credit is so important. And when I was younger, when I was like, when I turned 18, I got a bunch of credit cards in the mail. And my mom was like, oh, don't do that. Like, you're going to ruin your credit. Don't do it, right? So the way I was raised was like, we pay for it cash. Yeah. If you ain't got it, you don't need it, right? Right. But I taught, like, we're trying to teach, like, my niece.
Yes.
I don't have kids, my nieces.
Not yet.
She went to, she did like a trip, whatever, overseas. And I said, get you a credit. My brother's going to give her money.
Yeah.
I said, get her a credit card, her name.
Yeah.
And she needs to pay it off, you know? And so we're teaching her credit. She has a credit card now.
That's
She's 18.
good.
And
Yes.
all the things.
Well, it teaches you respect for money.
Yeah.
And more important than on top of the credit and it's financial literacy. It's like you can start making decisions like, okay, if I charge this, when I get paid X amount of dollars, I got to give back X amount. Is it really worth it? Like, I stopped using my credit cards years ago. So I'm like, by the time I paid this fucking thing off, I don't even have it anymore. Either giving it away or I don't like it.
Yeah.
So why am I
I
paying?
don't remember that outfit. Yeah.
Literally. Yeah. So
For sure. I that's what I try to teach people is the finance. So that's what we do different. They're like, how have most CRAs or credit repair agencies or individuals don't last in this business? And we're one of the top 25 in the nation. One of the top.
Okay, pause that. If you didn't hear Miss Vita say this, let me say it for her. Her company, Vita the Queen, is top 25 nationwide.
Nationwide, yes.
Honey, listen.
And it's quality over quantity. Yes. So our clients stay with us longer. We're partnered with Smart Credit. They're out of Irvine, California. So that's like the way that we pull the reports. Yeah. You know, we can't pull like a lender pulls. So we pull their advantage, and that's the provider. So I started with them maybe 5 years ago, and now like I'm on the top panel. I go to speak at their events. I was a Top Guns panel. I was the only woman and the only Latina on that panel. And there's like, you know, all these other like big, rich white guys, and I'm in the middle of them. And so that's just how
You're
much
creating space.
But it's because, so they're like, Vita, we want you to tell people what you did different. And I said, what I did different is what people don't want to do. You know, you go to a credit company, they're like, okay, Milo, it's going to be $99 a month to delete this stuff, and we don't know when, and you'll get your results. But we don't do that. They're not telling you what you're paying high interest right now. They're not telling you got to pay your credit cards down to X amount. If you want to get to the 620 by May to get your house, they're not telling you any of that because they don't have to. They're just deleting things. And so we're telling them, you need to get rid of this card, close this one out. So I look at it like a plastic surgeon looks at your face or your body, and I'm like, duh, duh, duh.
But it's customized. It's a customized service. It's
customized, and like, how much financial literacy do you have? Some clients are like, I already know everything about it, girl. I just need this one thing. I'm like, okay, great, you know. But thank you so much. So a lot of our clients do need it. You'd be surprised. And so we give them a tangible item, a strategy, homework. My Spanish clients, I'm like, ¿hiciste su tarea? And they're like, yes, Miss Vita. And they're so proud. And they're like, hey, they increased my Amex to 10K. And I'm like, good for you.
Yeah.
Yes, you see, like, pay me $1,500 to fix your credit. You just re-upped $8,500 on your investment. Your ROI is amazing when you do this. So that's what we do. And I tell clients, if you don't leave our company better than what you started, if you don't have a house, if you don't have a cheaper rate, if you didn't refund, your car payment didn't drop, your insurance payment, you don't have more credit, or you're not in debt, then we failed you. And all the time, 9 times out of 10, they're like, oh my gosh, I was able to do this, that. And that's what our reviews say, you know? So
I think that's what I love about you. Like, again, I remind respect with the clients, because, like, again, I worked with a partnership like this. And I think now it makes sense. She was probably just deleting things and not hearing from whoever.
That's it.
But you've like gave people a customized plan, right? And I remember asking you, like, what's your rate? And you're like, I don't really have, it just depends on the situation, right? So I like that too, because it's like, it just depends.
Sometimes I don't even charge people. Like, I'm like, you know what? You're so cool.
Don't say that, girl, because we're not running a charity.
I can do whatever I want.
Listen, if you saw the last episode, don't even use that email address to be like, Vita said it's free.
No, I didn't.
Look, you can't run a charity.
Yeah,
right?
but it's like, but I do have a nonprofit, so that's what the nonprofit is for. My nonprofit is called Vamos por Todo. So we focus on financial literacy wherever it's needed, in jail, in a halfway house. I actually did a class in the halfway house that I was actually at.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Full circle moment.
We did a couple of schools in South Dallas. So wherever they need us, you know, we're there. And so a lot of people need that. When I went to the high school, it's Irma Lerma Rangel Women's Leadership in South Dallas. It's more minority girls that are geared towards college. They have to have like a really high GPA to get there, right? These are all Black and brown girls growing up poor, but they're so smart. And so when I did my talk there, I was like, how many of you guys love money? And they're like, woo. And then I was like, how many of you guys know about credit? And there's like 2 girls were like, and I said, this is why I'm here.
But even like in our Latino community, like I said, like we're brought up, we don't have it cash, you don't need it. But it's like, credit is so important,
Yes.
right? And that's something that I don't know. I guess it's like a fear in the.
It is.
Like,
Not in
it's
our
a
house.
fear, you know.
I had my first credit card at 16.
It's a
And
barrier, yeah.
even like I was talking about this on Facebook too about how like the like a poverty mindset.
Yes.
I think that's what it is too. Like
You
it's
can
a
only
lot
be
that goes
X amount.
into it. Yeah,
Be
it's a
this
lot
much.
that goes into it, and I think like I love that you're breaking down those barriers.
Yes,
And you're
yes.
just
I peel
so-
back those layers, and I told these girls, you guys are way smarter than I was. I didn't even get to your level.
Yeah.
You're gonna make a lot of money, and you're gonna be offered all of this debt to go to school.
Yeah.
What does that debt mean? Do you know what it takes to buy a car, your first
Yeah.
car? Do you know what it takes to get your first house? None of them knew. Because none of their families had done it.
Yeah.
I says, well, I'm going to show you what it takes to get your first car, how you're going to pay your first credit card, how you're going to budget, invest in stocks. You're getting $20 Starbucks, put some in the little stock, little Robinhood account, like all of those things.
Yeah.
So that's what I always try to focus on. And it really goes a long way because when you teach someone something, they remember you forever. And
But
that's
it's so
what we try to
fulfilling.
do.
Like you feel very fulfilled in your career.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I feel like before I was kind of like had a hand in destroying lives.
Yeah.
And I feel like now it's not my atonement, but I feel like now I'm putting good into the world.
You are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I think that's like the theme. Like your theme is like
Yeah.
rebranding, like
Rehabilitation.
Rehabilitation.
Yeah, because
Well, instead of tearing people down, you're uplifting people.
Yeah.
Right.
There you
You're,
go.
like you said, you're not tearing families apart.
Mhm.
You're bringing families together and lifting them up.
Yeah,
Right. You're
absolutely.
creating opportunity through literacy.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
think at this point, it's time to say ciao.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. They're turning off.
Listen, I can talk to you forever.
I know, yeah.
No, I just go. I'm the one who keeps eye on the time.
Yeah,
So I
it's a time.
Well,
We're
we-
good. It was good.
Yeah, thank you for doing this. It's amazing. I love your
Absolutely.
story, and I love what you do for the community and
Yeah.
for my clients.
Yes.
And so
I'm helping all agents and lenders close more deals. So
no,
if you,
you are.
yeah, absolutely. And I'm down to do the event that we're doing.
We're doing an event.
We're doing an event here.
Stay
Show up.
tuned. We're doing an event.
I can't wait. Thank you guys for having me so much.
No, thank you for coming. We know you fought traffic and
It's all good.
listen,
yeah.
you're amazing. What you're doing is amazing. And if anybody needs credit repair, listen, VitaTheCreditQueen.com.
Yeah, VitaCreditQueen.com.
You better find her. Her story is amazing, and she will let you help you make your story amazing.
That's right. Let's go.
And if you're looking for a realtor, I'm your guy.
Ben Sanchez.
I'm your guy.
I'm your gay. Period. It's me. You can find me at Ben Sanchez on Instagram.
And of course, once you have your credit and you found your house, you need me, Milo Draven, your favorite gay lender.
Can't happen without that loan.
Yeah.
Listen, Inclusive Lending LLC on Instagram. And of course, if you have podcast ideas, if you want to give Ben hate mail because he's really looking for his first hate mail, it's miloandbenthepod@gmail.com. And we also want to shout out our sponsor. We have a new
we
sponsor.
have a sponsor.
Go ahead, Ben. Tell them who it is.
Use all the-
You tell them, Ben. Tell them.
Who is it?
No, tell them, Ben.
Hi, Joe.
Why you say hi to Joe? Name the company, girl.
What's the company?
Trinity Home Advisor.
Yay.
Home Warranty
Trinity
Company.
Home Advisor.
Joe Marciana and crew. Thank you so much for sponsoring us.
Love.
It is, what's the website, Bruce? TrinityHomeAdvisors.com.
Period.
You need a warranty for your home. All right, everybody. See you in the next one.
Bye.